Once again, want to say welcome to our Bellator presentation global call. Want to say thank you for joining us as we get ready for this awesome presentation. The 10-day blitz is on. You're about to learn from our master teacher and leader, Mr. Derek Brown, who has 100% of the facts. He has been successful in this industry for years, and now he is doing it big over here with Metaterra and Bellator, and we want to show you how to be successful in doing the same. Are you ready, Mr. Derek Brown?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are good to go. Can you see and hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it back to Mr. Hines for actually putting this call together. We've been doing this for probably about a month or so now, where we've been lunching and learning for industry professionals, uh, ministry gifts, and the like. And now we're in the middle of a blitz, and you're going to see why in just a moment. So, again, thank you, Mr. Hines, for putting everything together. Mr. Roger Jarman, who is with us as well. So, with that being said, again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Derek Brown, and I have the distinct pleasure to share with you all this afternoon what we know is the future of digital finance, bar none, and that is through Mediterra and Bellator. So, this afternoon or this morning, based on where you are, I'm going to not be long, but I promise you I'm going to be strong. And I'm going to give you the details of why the person that invited you is so excited while we're going through this 10-day blitz. As a matter of fact, we're in the fifth day. We're halfway through this 10-day blitz. So, what I want to do is, as I said, we dot all our I's and cross all our T's. I want to share this disclaimer with you because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. And then we'll get started with our conversation immediately following. Pay close attention. And if need be, take a screenshot. Here we go.
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, listen, one of the things I ask before we get started is, well, first, let me just very quickly tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm qualified to share this information with you this morning and this afternoon. First of all, I've got well over 35 years of experience in the field, in the home-based business arena, and I'm a top producer with Mediterra and Bellator right now. I hit the position of champion in record time in about 4 months, and that's one position from the very top of the compensation program. In addition to that, it's been a whirlwind. I've had an opportunity where I've been able to hit the top of several opportunities in that regard. But with that being said, I want you to understand, while I've had, that type of financial success and time freedom, because obviously if you get your financial success in a proper perspective, you'll get your time freedom to be able to share with those who matter most. But with all that being said, I want you to know I'm no different than anyone else within the sound of my voice. I did everything that Mama Brown told me to do. And I'm sure your Mama Brown did the same thing. I was told to go to school, get a good education, so you can get that good job and get up out of my house, right? But I have to be frank with you, after completing all those steps, I wasn't satisfied. I was actually unhappy and disillusioned, right? The reason being, I know everybody be able to relate to. Number one, I wasn't satisfied with the income I was making. It felt like literally I was in college and having all these dreams and writing down my goals of things I was going to acquire. And it felt like, I was in a position where I was always trying to make ends meet, but those ends were burning at both ends. We looked good on the outside, my spouse and I at the time. It looked like it was the right neighborhood, picket fence, right car, But the reality was, on the first of every month, we'd be behind closed doors fussing like cats and dogs because, again, we were always trying to figure out how to make ends meet, right? And so, another thing you guys may be able to relate to was the time. The fact that I was so unhappy with the quality time that I was allowed to spend with my family because I was giving the best part of my day to a company, helping them reach their goals when they had no concern of what my personal dreams and goals were. And getting up at dark 30 in the morning, driving on the highway by sheer inertia because you're half asleep, and getting home at dark 30 at night. I wasn't satisfied with that. So in my case, I ran into an individual over 35 years ago who was making more in a month than I was making all year. I don't know about you, but that got my attention. Had an opportunity to build a friendship, and they shared with me, they said, Derek, I'm going to show you how to work smart and not just work hard. See, I realized just working hard is not going to get it. You got to learn how to work smart, okay? So he took me under his wing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you, I literally was able to quickly gain my financial freedom. So I say that to say you have an opportunity to be open minded. One of the things I ask up front is that we all put our egos to the side. Let's put our ego to the side just for this quick conversation. Trust me, it's going to be right there waiting on you when we're done. I'm putting mine over there as well. And then we're going to put our business hats on, our business/common sense hat, because the only thing that will allow you to miss what you're about to witness is the ego. That's the only thing. And if you've never seen a full overview on Mediterranean and Bellator, then you've never seen what you're about to witness. So with that, I want to start with 3 questions. Ladies and gentlemen, what if you could participate in the largest industry on the planet, bar none? In addition to that, what if you could generate a passive income stream that would outlive your grandchildren? I want you to think about that, because most of us can't think from that perspective because we're trading hours for dollars. And I want to let you know right now, you can't leave your job for your grandchildren, right? Unless you own the company. So now I'm not an expert in this arena, but I know there's a pretty good book out there that says a good man or woman leaves what? An inheritance for their children's children. But we can't operate from that perspective, trading hours for dollars. Keep that in mind. And then lastly, what if you could purchase a product or service one time and get paid for life? What would you do? Would you take action, or would you procrastinate like we usually have? I want you to understand, like I said, I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be strong. But I need your mindset to be in the proper perspective, because most of us, including myself, I'm right there with you. We procrastinated the first time we heard about Bitcoin. We procrastinated the first time we heard about Amazon, Tesla. We sat there and watched people create stories where they changed their lives. And then maybe it piqued our interest. What about if you were now chosen to be the one to have eyes to see and ears to hear and recognize the diamond in the rough? Can you recognize a diamond while it's still a lump of coal, and then assist us in chipping off the coal, cutting the edges of the diamond, polishing it, and now it's shining for the world to see, and everybody comes running from the gleam of that diamond, but you're done because you were able to recognize it while it was still a lump of coal. So again, I want to make sure that we're not allowing our job, our businesses, whatever we're dealing with from a financial or emotional or physical perspective, to interrupt us recognizing that maybe you're about to be blessed by witnessing another unicorn come across your path, but you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear. So with that being said, I want you to understand that there's a convergence of 2 worlds taking place right now. There's the real world and the digital economy, and they're being converged by the miracle bridge. Here's the exciting thing. It's being done in a proper perspective through the right governance, which is regulated governmental oversight, through the proper technology, which is the best technological invention since you and I have been on this planet, the blockchain, and through the right community, which is you and I. You're going to see that this is a people-powered growth system. One band moving by one sound, and everybody is focusing on literally benefiting. We're collectively assisting each other, but we're benefiting tremendously in your individual household. And then lastly, a term you need to familiarize yourself with, which is RWA, real world assets. Okay. Real world assets is what everything is backed by, and you have an opportunity to acquire as well. So just as you see this city growing from the ground up, what's the foundation of this ecosystem that I'm sharing with you today? Well, the foundation is our corporate structure called Mediterra Holdings. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you it's like the sun, moon, and stars have lined up, everything has been put in its proper perspective because Mediterra Holdings, our foundation, is allowing us to move beyond unregulated crypto projects. That's right. Gone are the days where somebody's telling you, hey, put some money in a box. They're gone if you recognize what I'm about to say. Okay. Gone are the days where somebody's telling you, hey, put $1,000 or $500 into this bot. It's going to trade for you. You're going to make 1 or 2% a day, and then it's going to compound every day as well. And you let it ride for 90 days. In 90 days, you're going to be a millionaire. No. In 90 days, it's going to be gone. There's going to be a grand opening and a grand closing. Offline, you can ask me how I know, and I'll let you know for sure. All right. So we're done with these unregulated crypto projects that are located in the Maldives Island. And you wake up one morning and it says 504 error. You can't get in your back office. Or they say, oh, we got to just hold withdrawals for a minute. The market took a hit. And now, we're just going to hold your withdrawal for 2 weeks. That's the first sign that it's over. You're not getting any more withdrawals. Understand, because of Mediterra Holdings, we are built on a foundation of corporate accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a publicly traded, NASDAQ listed company which provides full accountability. That also gives us corporate governance, strategic oversight, and transparency as well. Now you need to understand, well, who's behind this awesome ecosystem, Mr. Brown? I'm glad you asked. I tickle myself, I'm sorry. We have a world-class leadership from an executive perspective as well as an advisory board perspective. First of all, our fearless leader and the brainchild behind this phenomenal ecosystem is our CEO, Mr. Hakan Toran. He's a fintech and blockchain strategist. Okay. Now, he's brought along a world-class executive team. We have a full website where you can get all the details on this. Just get with the person that invited you. The head, Mr. Coach, is the head of EU. Mr. Bachi is the head of legal. Mr. Yilmaz is the head of finance. Then we have a world-class advisory board. Now, I want you to pay attention here because the chairman of our board is a Wall Street veteran named Mr. Doug Anderson. And here's the thing, he's a current Wall Street veteran. He's not retired, on some island somewhere chilling, and we dug him up and made him the chairman of our board. No, he is actively a Wall Street guru. He owns and operates Wall Street Capital Partners, and he's the chairman of our board. Well, what Mr. Douglas Anderson did is he put together the super friends, I call them. I'm going to highlight just a few for sake of time. We have Mr. Stephen Moore. Now, understand this is very important. When you understand why, you must know who's behind this platform. Mr. Stephen Moore is a globally recognized economist. As a matter of fact, he just advised our current administration to the point where they offered him the opportunity to be chairman of the Federal Reserve. He respectfully declined, said, I want to remain in the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pause for a second. Do you know what a hint, hint, clue, clue is? Well, you're about to get one right now, okay? Hint, hint, clue, clue means, in that movie where the guy will pop up when they're about to hit a point in the movie and the guy will pop up and say, message. Hint, hint, clue, clue means you need to pay attention to the detail of what I'm about to break down. He said no to the opportunity of being chairman of the Federal Reserve, but said yes to being on the board of Mediterra. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Mr. John Bear. Mr. John Bear, as you can see, is an international business leader, but Mr. Bear is the reason why Google is able to operate from a technological perspective as it does. It's because of John Bear. John Bear is the reason why Netflix is able to stream. John Bear owned a company, I'm telling my age now, but some of you remember this, a company called Cellular One. That was John Bayer's company. He sold it to AT&T for, well, I don't believe in the term ungodly amount of money. I don't believe the two go together. Let's just say a ridiculous amount of money, right? John Bayer is the reason why you and I, some of you are reviewing me right now on your cell phone. He's the reason why you even have one. Not Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was an awesome marketer. John Bayer is the reason why we have cell phones. Ladies and gentlemen, then we have Mr. Stephen Norris. Mr. Norris is a co-founder of the Marriott Group and lead co-counsel. Mr. Norris is a co-founder of the Carlyle Group, a $477 billion fund. Mr. Norris is the reason why Amazon is where it is today. If we have time, I'll make sure you proof of that. I haven't shown it because we've been in this blitz. And for sake of time, I've been trying to get this information to you clearly. But I think I may show that this afternoon, okay? But he's not only the reason why Amazon is where it is today, he's also a top advisor to the kings in Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? We have Miss Monica Profit, right? Who's a blockchain specialist and strategist. She's written a book. If you need to know about the blockchain, order her book on Amazon. Monica Profit is also a member of our board. Several hint clues. Why these Wall Street behemoths and these industry giants not just investing in what you're about to hear, but have aligned themselves with it? Well, that's what you need to understand. And you're going to definitely understand it in the next few moments as I break this down to you. What I want to do now is I'm going to share some information with you, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely mind-blowing, that has been put together by this global crypto payment gateway that we have. So I want you to understand, we have a whole entity that's live and rocking. What you're witnessing is an opportunity for you to be at the forefront of the next credit revolution. And when I share this with you and break it down where you can see how you and I can benefit from this multi-billion-dollar change that is happening now, you're going to be blown away. But understand, through our current global crypto gateway payment system and company and ecosystem, and the individuals who I just showed you are all backing and behind that as well, we have an opportunity where we have already international video streaming companies, we have airlines, travel booking engines, online merchants, where we provide the opportunity for millions of businesses to be able to receive cryptocurrency as a form of payment from you and I. So we're on the right side of money. I want you to understand that. This ain't no trading platform, right? You don't throw some money in and just sit back and watch it grow and then it's gone. Those days are done. This is being built, again, for you to be able to leave an inheritance for your children's children. But I want to make it clear, we have an ecosystem already in place. You're witnessing a new launch, right? Again, which is why we're having this blitz. But so these businesses that are now, because of our ecosystem, able to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment, you don't have to teach anybody, listen to me, how to go get gas for their car. You don't have to teach anybody how to stop and get their dry cleaning on the way home from work, right? That's a transaction that they make. So now, what I want you to understand is you'll be able to now get your groceries, dry cleaning, and everything else you need done by using cryptocurrency around the world at your huge businesses that you deal with and the local avenues as well, because we already have, pay attention, I'm sharing our current system with you. We already have the 4 largest POS device companies under contract. What do I mean by POS device? Whenever you tap, swipe, or insert your card, when you're paying for your Starbucks coffee and you put your 4-digit PIN in, or you tap to pay with Apple Pay at the grocery store, that device is called a point of sale system. The 4 largest point of sale system companies in the world are Ingenico, Pax, Verifone, and NCR. We already have all 4 of them contracted. Are you kidding me? Henceforth, why one of our clients, listen to me, one of our clients, I say one of our clients has 350 million customers. Are you kidding me? So now, what's the opportunity for you there? Well, you can acquire technology that validates every single transaction that has to happen through that system and you get paid for it. It's almost like acquiring a digital toll booth. And now this ecosystem is launching what you're about to witness now. I almost started whispering. I'm so excited. The next credit revolution is here, ladies and gentlemen. Understand this. For decades, lenders have made billions extending consumer credit to the banked, which is you and I. Now the game changes for the unbanked market. Pay close attention. We're talking about consumer credit. We're talking about consumer credit. Listen, credit is a global money machine. Cell phone financing, retail credit. Systems generate billions globally through what's called recurring billing relationships. Recurring billing relationships. So, give you an example. Right now, your cell phone, whether it was sent to you or you walked into the physical location and got it, you didn't drop a dime when you walked out with that cell phone. What you did was you allowed a small portion of a payment to be added to your cell phone bill, a very small portion to cover the payment for you to own that phone in 12 to 24 months. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's called consumer credit. So there's mobile financing, right? There's retail credit, BNPL systems, and there's a global impact because there's billions of volumes connected to the market and there's unlimited potential. But check this out. Listen to me closely. Billions of people are locked out. Traditional systems require bank accounts, documented history, and legacy financial identity, but billions remain excluded. They don't have a bank account, no credit history, no legacy identity, so they have no access. That's 1.4 billion adults around the world that are unbanked. They're limited by geography. Maybe they're in a super rural area, even right here in the States, or they could be in what's considered a third world country. They have no digital financial identity, no access to credit opportunities. No score means no opportunity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what if credit identity became global? What if a portable digital financial identity uniting opportunity beyond geographical limitations and traditional banking rails was available in the consumer credit market? See, instead of us being consumers of the consumer credit arena, what if we can now not only be consumers, but be beneficiaries of that multi-billion-dollar market? It's starting to click. I know. I'm going to bring it home for you today. It's portable. Your identity, anytime, anywhere, is protected and secure because it's blockchain verified. Your privacy is protected. It's inclusive, built for the unbanked, designed for the world. And it's limitless. One identity, one infinite opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you this hybrid credit economy called Score ID, where we're merging two worlds, the Web 2 infrastructure, right? Web 2 is where you have your credit score. Right now, your credit may not get it and your money might be funny, but you got a credit score, right? On Web 2. And it's traditional banking, we know it's cumbersome and any and everybody can get to it and all kind of stuff. But now we're merging Web 3 with that, where there's full transparency, verifiable by design, but it's safe because it's through the blockchain in your wallet, your crypto wallet. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you live. It's Web 3 level transparency, two worlds, one system, unlimited potential. So again, I want you to understand that it's designed to onboard the financially excluded. It's going to give financial access, digital empowerment, and it's going to make a global impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the GDP is going to be affected because this is the first. Did you hear what I just said? The global domestic product is going to be affected because for the first time in history, as you see on your screen, for the first time, and nobody's ever been able to do this until now. You saw who's behind this project. You saw the level. You don't understand the capability of these individuals yet, but you will. The unbanked can now participate in a modern digital credit ecosystem powered by this hybrid financial system. Gives them access, opportunity, freedom, and inclusion. So we're adding an entirely new market. Here's the thing. Billions are going to be added. Billions of unbanked consumers are now going to be part of the system. Global expansion is going to give market growth, but it's going to be a new standard as well. So here's my question to you. What if you and I could own a piece of this multi-billion-dollar movement that's about to take place? Instead of just being not victims, but consumers of consumers of it, what if we can now also benefit from it and own a piece of the rails? Digital ownership models create access to the ecosystem, participation, and infrastructure alignment. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have access to what's called, I told you the product is called Score ID. To make that plain to you. Then there's a Score ID token that's connected to the company that you and I now have access to. Are you kidding me? When you see the rate at what we have access to it and what's about to happen with it, mind blowing. You can position yourself inside the ecosystem through the Score token and align with the future global blended finance, access, alignment, participation, and growth. Now, understand there's another opportunity or product that I'm going to share with you that's the biggest aha moment that gives us a pass into all of this. As a matter of fact, it's called the Alpha Pass. But I have to share this with you now. I mentioned it a little bit in the beginning. There's a 10-day window. This 10-day window is going to allow, it's not over in 10 days, but the 10-day window, if you need to understand something, and business timing is everything. Right now, you have no idea how impeccable your timing is. For whatever reason, you've been chosen to hear about this halfway through this 10-day period. You have plenty of time to capture the lowest positioning window before the broader market expansion and awareness is introduced to this. In other words, the world. This is about to be a household name, but you have an opportunity to plug in first. So now what I want to do is let you witness this product, Score ID, on a quick vid, and then I'm going to break some numbers down for you. Here we go. Turn your speakers up. Make sure you're in an area where you won't be distracted. Here we go.
To the traditional banking world, you are a blind spot. They look at you, and they see no history, no profile, no value. But they can't see the digital empire you've built on the blockchain. Your true financial power remains invisible to them. Score ID builds the bridge, seamlessly blending your verified digital assets with traditional data, translating your complex financial life into one universal standard. The Miracle Score. Turn your digital wealth into instant action. Secure that luxury rental in seconds. Expand your purchasing power anywhere, all backed by mathematical transparency and a strict privacy-first architecture. Your data stays yours. Score ID, the trust standard of hybrid finance. Score ID.
Right. Score ID. Ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know who's spearheading this project for us. Let me make sure I get my information up very quickly. Nope. That's it. Okay. So the person that's spearheading this for us, let me unshare for a minute. I need you to see me when I share this with you. Is a gentleman named Paul Randall. He's known as the Michael Jordan of credit and finance. He actually owned a company called Credit Info. He was a founder and CEO. He was a high level, like the highest level executive with experience. Experience. Are you kidding me? I want you to understand the level of individuals that we have for each of the products in our ecosystem. Score ID is probably going to be the biggest thing on the planet, where now we're able to bank the unbanked. But there's a very, very strong opportunity in it for you and I as this global dominance of allowing the unbanked to be banked takes place. But what I want you to understand, what you're about to witness, is financial engineering at its finest from both perspectives, from the technological perspective and the opportunity for you and I to participate in what is happening. Financial engineering at its finest. So make sure you keep your mind open and pay close attention, because I want you to understand that, well, you know what? Don't want to ramble too much. I want to respect your time. Let me jump right in, because you need to understand how this ecosystem ties itself together. So what we've also done is we've just purchased uh, a full blown AI agency, and they've put millions into it. They have plans to put 10 to 15 million into it in the next 6 to 12 months as well, as a scale. Now, listen, I'm going to tie all this together for you, because the AI explosion is here, and it's coming through Intelligentsia AI, which is our company as well. So understand this. Let me give you some facts. AI is not the future, guys. This ain't something that's coming. It's happening right now. It's a $1 to $2 trillion projected global value. Are you kidding me? 1 to 2 trillion? 80% of businesses worldwide are actively adopting AI or exploring AI. You guys know, if you're not tapped into what AI can do, you're actually moving backwards and you don't even realize it. It's expected to become the number one driver of global productivity and revenue growth. So, what have we done with Intelligentsia AI? We're removing the bottleneck from the legacy of the old school model of business being done. See, traditional business has a marketing department, and then maybe on another floor in the building is their sales team, and then maybe way down the hall is customer support, or sometimes in another country, right? Well, what the AI model does is it automatically scales everything. Now, customer support is AI agents, sales teams is AI automation, marketing is an AI driven personalization system. The bottom line is businesses that adopt AI will win faster, scale faster, and operate cheaper as well. So up until now, there's been a chasm or a gap between traditional business, and I'm talking about big commercial. I just told you one of our clients has 350 million customers. If I told you who that client is, you'll probably slam your laptop down, call the person who invited you, and say, "Why did you tell me about this earlier?" He'll say, "I did. It's only 5 days old." so, so now what's happening is most companies, and again, I'm talking about huge commercial grade companies that you hear and see every day, they don't know where to start. They don't have the technical skills or the access to the right tools. But guess what? Intelligentsia AI is bridging that gap for them. Now they can increase sales, automate operations, and convert conversations into revenue. Now, don't get it twisted. We are not looking for you to be salesmen and go out here and find contracts. No, that's already being done. It's in-house with the company. Stay focused, okay? Stay focused. That's being done already. So understand, we're not starting from scratch. This is a fully built, ready to deploy AI ecosystem that already has 7 live products, right? For example, we have an AI dealer where they can do smarter car sales, where AI actually not only answers the questions from the customer, it piqued their interest first, answered their questions, showed them, allowed them to shop around, sold them the car. Are you kidding me? All through AI, right? So their products are already in place. So I want you to understand that is the power that's backing and connecting everything that I'm about to show you. Now, if I could do a drum roll, I would do it right now, but I'm just going to go. So here we go. So understand there's a financial shift happening right now. You're at work. Some of y'all don't even feel. The only thing you complain about is gas prices. Are you kidding me? When you understand businesses in business, everything in business is all about timing. I want you to get to the point where you're pumping gas. You didn't even look at the price. You just hit the button, and when it went click, you knew your car was filled. You paid and drove off. This shift is happening right now. A new infrastructure is forming. Legacy systems are being bypassed, right? The old school stuff, we're done with that. The transition has begun, and early positioning creates an advantage. Systems evolve, momentum builds, opportunities expand. Get yourself positioned early, because the window is open now. The shift won't last forever. The time to act is now. Understand, history always rewards early action. Let me give you an example. Well, I'll give you that in a moment. So with this, every empire was once just a decision. Literally. Every legend was once a mover. They had to make a decision to get in position, to get to legacy status. So the future is being written right now. You just need to make sure your name is in it. So visionaries win, early movers compound, leaders create legacies, opportunity favors speed, and together, remember this is a people-powered ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want you to understand that what you're about to witness, my purpose is to give you enough information, enough facts, so you can make a quality, educated decision to assume an equity position, not next week, not tomorrow, but today. You need to understand you have to take action. You're about to see the vision. You're going to clearly understand the opportunity, and it's time for you to take action. All right? So understand there's some simple steps. You're going to get started because I'm about to introduce you to what's called the Alpha Pass. You're going to want to secure that immediately. Right? Then you're going to share it with others. Yes, I know you're shy, but I'm going to say something to you right now. You can't be shy and broke forever. One of them got to go. And trust me, you'll be in business for yourself, but we're not going to allow you to be in business by yourself. What you're seeing right now is what we do. What's just as important, if not more important than what we do, is how we do what we do. So we have training in place. We do trainings every Wednesday and every Saturday. We even have corporate calls, and I'm going to share with you some other things that are going to blow you away as well. So I want you to understand something. What you're about to witness is called the Alpha Pass. So I'm going to share this with you. This is where this comes in. Well, this isn't where this comes in. The Alpha Pass, ladies and gentlemen, is right here. I got so many things going on. And as you can see, I'm excited because this is mind-blowing. So the original price of an Alpha Pass, I'm going to explain what it is. It actually gives you a pass to participate in this entire ecosystem, right? It's $23.50, but there's an intro price. Remember I told you you're halfway through our 10-day introductory period? So we, as a community, are doing a blitz. We're doing this a minimum of twice a day, if not 3-4 times a day, to let everybody know that they can acquire an Alpha Pass for the introductory price of $2,100. Okay, well, what does that do? That cuts your qualification time in half, in addition to giving you access to everything. So I want to break the qualification down first and what you could potentially earn by acquiring this Alpha Pass, all right? So, matter of fact, the Alpha Pass, number one, is $1,200. $1,200. $2,100, right? $2,100. When you share the Alpha Pass with two people, you're going to make $200 from each of those quote unquote sales. Okay, you shared it with me, you shared it with a coworker. You're going to make $200 a piece because you acquired the Alpha Pass. Now, moving forward, anyone that you share the Alpha Pass with directly, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to earn $1,000. Wait a minute. The price point is $2,100. And after my second sale, I made $400, $200 off of each of those first two people. But moving forward from my third person beyond, I'm going to make $1,000 per sale. Yes, $1,000 on all future sales. Now listen close. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we have people making career decisions because we have a professional elite team that's showing you how to get this done. And I'm not done showing you what you're going to receive from the Alpha Pass, but I have to share this with you up front. So now you have your Alpha Pass. You shared it with two people. You made $200 apiece. You shared it with me. You made $1,000 on the third person. But what do you think I'm going to do? When I share this Alpha Pass with my friends, family members, and coworkers, the first one that I shared it with, remember, I'm going to make $200, but you don't even know that friend of mine. You're going to make $800 because I'm the trainee. You're the trainer because you already have your two sales in place. And you're earning $1,000 per sale and then $800 on my first two sales because you personally introduced me. Are you kidding me? I need you just to think about the aspects of what can happen with that. And this is just up front. Everybody you introduce, they're a trainee. You're a trainer. They're going to make $200 for the first person they introduce. You're going to make $800. They're going to make $200 for the second person they introduce. You're going to make $800. And that continues on, right? wide. Everybody you personally introduce, their first two sales, they're going to make 200. You're going to make 800. You don't even know them. To infinity and widthwise, but it also goes down in depth as well. I'm going to get to that. But also we understand some people may be in a part of the world where $2,100 is a lot of money. If you're here in the States, there's no excuse. All you got to do is call mama and them. That means you call your mama and them is your auntie, your uncle, and make sure you get that 2,100 and get positioned, then tell them to do the same. This is the one, ladies and gentlemen. Even if somebody's not technical, it's time for them to get in a technological perspective because we're not in, again, a technology phase. We're not on the way to it. We're in it now. So understand, third world countries and people who just flat out don't have it, don't worry. We got you covered. Without the Alpha Pass, all you have to do is 4 sales instead of 2. The Alpha Pass cuts your qualification time in half so you can hurry and get to that $1,000 per person that you introduce that acquires an Alpha Pass. But again, you can literally, if you just flat out don't have it, you just have to do 4 sales where you get 200, 200, 200, 200. Then the 5th sale that you make is $1,000 moving forward. Same thing. Their first 2 sales, they make 200, but you're going to make 800, and you don't even know those people. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is this: holding the Alpha Pass slashes your initial qualification hurdle in half to the path of earning $1,000 direct commission twice as fast. Again, as I told you, there are people making decisions because they understand who's behind this ecosystem. So now there's a compensation. That's not it, what I just showed you. There's a compensation plan, an infinitive pay compensation plan called Miracle Magic Infinity Plan. I'm going to share something with you so sweet. Guess what MAGIC stands for moving forward in your life? Making a grand in commission. Ladies and gentlemen, a compensation structure designed to infinite depth, direct commissions. Those of you who are currently involved in our ecosystem, we're calling it version 1 now. It's still here. We're still doing it. It's still live and active. As a matter of fact, you need to understand that the Miracle Pay product, CPUs, and Project X are about to be moved to this ecosystem in 1 week. So this is your last opportunity because the Miracle Pay product is about to run out. It's going to be gone. But this is your last opportunity to get both these products, Miracle Pay and Project X, at the current price point. Just want to let you know that. And the direct commission is 20% on the Miracle Pay and the Project X. But on this infinitive pay plan that I'm sharing with you, with the Alpha Pass, there's clear qualifications, guys. Everything is transparent, mathematically achievable rank advancements with no hidden hurdles. See, we have to be clear about that. You have to understand the best comp plan that I've ever seen in my entire career that allows an individual to make a comma check in their first 48, 72 hours, 24 hours, some people. A comma check. Do you know how long it takes to get to a comma check in this industry? People are excited about making $200, $300 a month. And you can now make a comma check your first day. A comma check is a check with a number and a comma behind it. It don't matter what's behind it. As long as there's one number in front of it and a comma, $1,000 or more. So we used to get what we call pencil whip. The comp plan would look great on paper, but we get in there and it's like we're running like madman for years because there were hidden hurdles. That's called getting pencil whipped. None of those games are being played. The field has been leveled. This isn't your traditional MLM company. I also want you to understand that what you're witnessing, and no other financial platform that I've ever dealt with has passed what's called the Howie test. Write that down, Howie. Just like a buddy of yours named Howie. It's how it's spelled. But put it in Chat GPT from a financial perspective, not now, and find out what the Howie test is. This is why we're going to pass the test of time. All the 3-letter organizations and everything has given this entire ecosystem a thumbs up. And remember, it is a financial engineered product at its finest. I'm going to keep reminding you of that. That pays us to infinite depth. So the example I just gave you that happens up front happens to infinity as well. Some of this is going to hit y'all about 2 in the morning. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, all right? Specifically engineered to reward true leaders, network leaders who build lasting, deep infrastructures. Trust me, they're coming. But all of those main and big players out there haven't heard about it yet. For whatever reason, you're hearing about it. And so what could potentially happen is those big leaders can end up in your group. See, traditionally, you may have a plan that pays to 7 levels, right? That big leader falls on your 7th level or even your 8th level, you're not going to benefit. The company's benefiting. But when you have a miracle magic infinity pay plan, ladies and gentlemen, you're benefiting even to infinity. Now, let me give you some more details about the Alpha Pass so you'll know you need to get it right after we're done. First of all, remember the retail price is $2,350. You have a 5-day window to get it at the introductory price for $2,100. Now, might they extend that? I don't know. We've known in version 1, they tend to show some love, but everything is full steam ahead. All systems go now. I can't speak on that. 5 days left, and that's why we're doing this blitz. Now, when you acquire your Alpha Pass for $2,100, not only are you earning everything else I just showed you, but a lot of people just want to earn passively, right? Some people don't want to talk to anybody, even though naturally you do this. Ladies, that you find out about a good shoe sale, you tell all your friends about it. They go and take advantage of getting those red bottoms on sale at Macy's. The next time you go back to Macy's, your sales manager doesn't even tell you that 5 of your girlfriends came by and took advantage of the sale. Much less is she going to give you a discount on the next pair of shoes you're going to get. Right? Guys, we go see a good movie. You saw Michael Jackson, your mind is blown. Michael! You're talking about it at work, right? Your buddies that go see it, take their families, they spend $150, $200, and Paramount doesn't send you a dime for that referral. See, we do it naturally. Things that we like, that we experience, we share because that's the human experience. The thing is, we just don't get paid for it. What about being compensated? I almost said an ungodly amount of money. I'm not going to say that. A ridiculous amount for doing what you do anyway naturally. Now you can just potentially change your zip code for doing so. That's Derek Brown 101. But pay attention to this. For those of you who say, this sounds phenomenal, but I ain't talking to nobody, we love you the most. We love our passive people, right? Because now, for passive and people who are sharing, understand the Alpha Pass is going to pay $90 a month for the first 12 months, right? You saw that in the video. Did I show that video? Yes. The Alpha Pass pays $90 a month for the first 12 months. Pay attention. Then it's going to pay $120 a month for the second set of 12 months or your second year. Then year 3 is going to pay a minimum of $90 per month. In other words, it'll never go below 90, but it's based on the company's success. So if Intelligentsia AI and Score ID do well, it's going to be more than 90. Are you with me? But it'll never be below 90. So we're paid in what's called the score token from your passive perspective. Well, you're getting score token at 20 cents per score token. Listen to me. We had a friends and family launch a week ago, right? Just a week ago. And the score token started at 27 cents just for those of us who are already in. You have an opportunity to get it at 20 cents per score token. So listen, a $90 monthly payment equals 450 score tokens. So the retail price is $2,300. You're getting it at 21. Listen, 450 score tokens. Well, I guess I need to tell you what this is, this $1.50. When this launches in the next 90 days or so, the actual score token, meaning they're allowing us to get it now, get paid in it now, but when it goes to the open market, it's starting at $1.50. I need you to do the math on that. If you see it, this is why people are getting Alpha Passes in bundles. I know somebody who already bought 10 Alpha Passes. And I know we're going to have that record broke every day. They're buying Alpha Passes by the droves, even if they're not talking to anybody, because you're getting the score token at 20 cents. I'm going to say it again. It's going to click. And when the score token hits the market, it's starting at $1.50, which means the launch price is $675 that you're earning a month when you're earning that $90 bare minimum. So if you just sat on it and didn't talk to a soul, in 90 days, you're whole. You're in the black. Your Alpha Pass is paying for itself. And now for life, you're still earning a bare minimum of $90 worth of score token. I don't need that to hit you at 1 in the morning. I need you to catch that one right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me make it simple for you. Let me make the Alpha Pass simple. And I'm trying to think if I showed you the last thing. Yeah, before I do this, and we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up. I'm going to get done early today. Let me show you this. You know what? I'm scared. I'm wondering if I already showed you this. We're doing so many meetings. I don't think I did. So here we go. Pay close attention because this is basically going to go over what I just did, but I want you to see where we are and what's happening right now. You see the sign says before Bellator. Here we go. Pay attention.
We have achieved so much together. We broke limits. We built momentum. We proved what is possible. But now, it is time for something bigger. It is time to turn our success into a new opportunity. Introducing Alpha Pass. Pay once, own your lifetime AI license. With Alpha Pass, you get access to the AI world and the tools you need to move forward. In your first year, you can receive $90 per month. In your second year, that can become $120 per month. And from the third year forward, Alpha Pass creates an opportunity for at least $90 per month based on the plan conditions. And that is only the beginning. With the Miracle Magic Compensation Plan, you can build your own commission world. A smarter system, a stronger opportunity, a bigger future. We came this far together. Now, with Alpha Pass, we move into the next level together. The old walls are broken. The new world is open. Alpha Pass is here. Now it is time to take your place.
BELLATOR Life. To your legacy.
Absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. So you have an opportunity to now acquire this Alpha Pass and potentially change your life. Here's one of the things I want you to understand before I cover this and close. And I do have one more thing to show you, but understand that our original ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, has a compensation plan attached to it as well as passive earnings, just like you have with the Alpha Pass, right? Passive earnings are very important. Some people simply want passive income. We have that covered on both sides. But with this comp plan, what I want you to understand is there's been a 300% increase. What you're seeing right now on your screen is a 300% increase. The product that I just talked about earlier that's being migrated to version 2, what you're witnessing now, Miracle Pay and Project X nodes, if you were to share that with me and I acquired one, you'd make $225. Ladies and gentlemen, do the math. If you share an Alpha Pass with me, $1,000. That's a 4X. And it's a 10X on the override. Right now, if I share, you share the opportunity with me, and I share one of our original products with someone, I would make $225, you would make $80. Listen to me closely. You don't even know the person, but once they acquired either Project X node or what have you, the most you would make is $250. If it was Project X, CPU node $225, right? I would make that $225 or $250. You would make $80 as an override. Now, I'm making that anyway. The override is what I'm trying to talk about. Now, instead of $80 in an override, you're making $800. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see that? That's a 10X with an infinity pay plan attached to it. So here we go. Your first step is to buy your Alpha Pass. Your first two sales, two direct sales, you're going to make 200 each for a total of 400. Now you're no longer a trainee, you're a trainer, or you're trained, right? That makes you trained. After two sales, you become trained. Owning your Alpha Pass. After that, direct sales are $1,000 each, paid immediately, by the way, to you, and not in your back office, paid immediately in your wallet. Are you kidding me? That one hit you about 3 in the morning. You're going to be up all night tonight. But now, the way to keep getting your commissions and your overrides, because once you start this perpetual ball, it's like pushing a snowball, letting it go off the top of a mountain, right? So long as you stay active, and I'm going to show you how you stay active, there's a whole nother service that's going to help you build your business with the Alpha Pass. So stay active. It's separate to stay active. Keep your $29 monthly pay to receive commissions, right? But what is this? What is this $29 payment for? It just makes sense. And I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you now, and then we're going to wrap up, okay? You're paying $29 for, trying to remember where that is, the Freedom Success Club. It's $29 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. They put this thing together so ingeniously. The Freedom Success Club is only $29 a month. And then if you refer four of your people are going to want it, based on what I'm about to share with you, yours is free. So all of us should end up with a free one. But it provides education and events, elite business training to build your business directly from top global earners. I'm going to tell you right now, I know I got to be in there, right? So then you have access to the AI product suite. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, unrestricted access to the cutting edge intelligentsia AI business building tools to help you build this business where you make $1,000 a pop. Some of y'all going to be sitting at home with me doing this full time. And then also included in the Freedom Success Club is the ultimate webinar system. No more getting hacked doing Zooms. No more people writing on the screens, right? There's a one-click registration process for your prospects. It's automated sponsor assignment. Let me break that down for you. That means just as I'm doing this webinar right now, well, when you gave your prospect the link, that link for them to get on the webinar to review the information about this awesome ecosystem is also connected directly to you. So now you don't have to call them or they don't have to call you and ask for your link. Immediately when they're reviewing this, boop, they hit a button and it goes direct to your sign-up page. Are you kidding me? All of that for just $29 a month. This is a separate suite of tools called the Freedom Success Club. So understand where it says right here, as long as you keep your Freedom Success Club, that allows you, I don't know why I keep closing this thing all the way out, that allows you to be able to receive your commissions. That's what this means. All right. So now understand active, again, it's very important, is separate from being trained. It's two different things. Okay. You must keep your $29 monthly paid to receive commissions. Now, let me give you just two examples of how you earn income, because the infinitive one is going to blow you away. First of all, the person that introduced you, let's say in this example, it was me. I introduced you. Or no, let's flip that. No, we can't flip it because it says you here. So the first trainer is above you. Whoever introduced you is here. This is you. If you didn't have the $2,100, but you wanted to get started, well, you would share with your first person, you would earn $200. Follow with me. This is real simple. This is if you didn't have the $2,100 to become or acquire your Alpha Pass, right? So you're going to share with your first person, you're going to earn $200. But the person that introduced you is going to earn $800. Then you're going to share with your second person, you're going to earn $200. Person that introduced you is earning $800. The first trainer above you. It could go past the person that introduced you if they're not a trainer, right? That's why it's infinitive. Then you introduce your third person, they acquire an Alpha Pass, you're going to earn $200. The override to the first trainer above you is going to receive $800. Fourth person, same thing. You're going to earn your $200, but you're just going to have to take 4 people. So you earned your $200, and the $800 is going to go above you. See, I'm not with letting these last two 800s override me. But anyway, this is an example of you not having your Alpha Pass. Then the fifth person that you introduce that acquires an Alpha Pass, now you get the $1,000. And moving forward, you're going to get that. So your first four signups, you're going to make 800. Your fifth sign up, you're going to make 1,000. And the total you made so far is 1,800, right? But look at the difference, guys. Here, I want to give you an example of you actually being the one that's trained. You got your two already, right? You're going to share with your first person. You got your, you don't have them already, you're acquiring them. You earn 200, right? But your first person then signs someone up. They make 200 to the trainee, which is this person, but there's $800 that flows up to you. You don't even know this person that your first person signed up. Then your first person signs with somebody else. They're going to make 200, but you're going to make 800. Are you kidding me? Your second person that you introduce is here in orange. You're going to make 200. Well, your second person that you sign up, they want to earn too. So they share with their first person. They're going to make 200, but you're going to make 800. Then your person is going to share with their second person. They're going to make 200, but you're going to make 800. You don't even know those people. And then in the third scenario, ladies and gentlemen, you introduce your third person, you're going to make 1,000. That person then is going to share with someone who acquires an Alpha Pass. They're going to make 200. You're going to make 800. They're going to share with their second person. They're going to make 200. You're going to make 800. Look at this. Leg one, 200 plus 1,600. You made $1,800 just in this little example. Leg two, you made $1,800 right here. Leg three, you made $2,600 right here for a total of 6,200. How many of you could use the extra 6,200 this time next week? Are you kidding me? Just get plugged in and we're going to show you how to do it. Because here's the infinitive side of it. This is you. It can be 30 levels down. A sale happens deep in your team. And bam, you get the commission. The $800 commission if there's no trainer in between you and this person. And there are going to be a lot of people that do that. They're going to show one person. Some people aren't going to show any because they're going to want to be passive. That means all those overrides are rolling up to you. Do understand this? Only trained and active members benefit from the $800 overrides. So you have to be active and trained, meaning you introduce two people. It's that simple. So understand that it's important to know that it's not 800 paid on all 30 levels. In other words, all 30 of these people didn't receive 800. It's only transacted if a sale of an Alpha Pass for $2,100 is made. And that's basically what all this says, okay? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to overcook your grits. Prayerfully, you see what's happening with this phenomenal ecosystem, because at this point, I want you to know that this train is moving like an Amtrak train with no gears and no brakes. So what you just witnessed is a new era of finance, or the new era of finance, where the governance is being done by Mediterra technology through Miracle Pay, growth through Bellator Life, and the beneficiaries, you and I. So at this point, we always have three types of people, and I'm still early. Wow. Number three, and I'm wrapping up, but I want you to stand by, because the number three person says, Derek, it sounds good, but it's not for me. If you're a number three person, listen, I appreciate you jumping on this call midday or watching the recording. But I want you to understand that you actually want to thank the person that invited you. Because number one, I want you to know this. Right now, we're not looking for everybody. I'm going to say that flat out. We're only looking for people who have vision. We're looking for people who understand in business, timing is everything. And we're looking for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of the rat race on their job, of the games that are being played, even in our industry. Those games are over. We just leveled the playing field. You just witnessed it, and it's up to you. But if you're a number three person and it's not for you, I want you to at least thank the person that invited you, because they thought a lot of you to share this with you. And at the very least, you can share with them who you may know that might be interested in this, so we can get them on our 8 p.m. conversation, right? As a matter of fact, Mr. Jarman or someone else, if you have an opportunity, if you could place the information for Mr. Meadows 8 p.m. tonight, that'll be great in the chat. And I think I have the chat open. No, I don't. I'll open it right now. And look at that. I can't open it. That happens. You guys see that tends to happen. I'll be able to open the chat once I unshare the screen. So number 3 person, again, thank you, but let the person know that invited you who you may know. Number 2 person has questions. Number 2 person, you simply need to get in where you fit in. We'll answer all your questions. There's a wealthy person named Charles Brunson. It's Brunson or Branson. I always mess his last name up, but he's the founder and CEO of Virgin Mobile. He owns a mobile company. He owns Virgin Records. He owns an airline. At least he did. I don't know if the airline's still around. But he's a billionaire. Guess what he said? If someone offers you a phenomenal opportunity and you maybe think you can't do it or whatever, say yes and figure out how to do it later. That comes from a billionaire. That's a different thinking. So we want to figure everything out, and you're letting time go by. I just told you we're halfway through a time period that allows you to take advantage of this product being offered at an introductory price, and you want to sit up and try to read everything? No. That's why we have to reverse everything we learn. It's not ready, aim, fire. It's fire. Get position. Now you aim and learn everything. Now you're ready to show somebody else how to fire. You reverse everything we've learned if you want to become like Charles Branson. There's also a wealthy gentleman who said, if you don't figure out how to earn while you're asleep, meaning passively, you're going to work until you die. And I hate to submit this to you, but for those of you who are at work, you've resigned yourself to never becoming financially free. Do you know we don't stop and think about that? If you're, and I hate to bust your bubble or shake you up, but this is reality check time. If you've resigned yourself, like jobs used to be a means to an end, you got your plan. And that's how you do this. You work Alpha Pass while you work your job, and here's your income on your job. Your Alpha Pass income meets your job income, and when it surpasses it and stays like that for 90 days, you could be up out of there, because that's what it's going to be consistent. It's just going to keep growing. But you have to take the first step. You have to take the first step and think about the fact, wow, have I resigned to literally allow somebody to tell me how much I'm worth an hour? No, you're worth way more than that. You weren't, and that's why I don't tell anybody, you don't cut nothing. You do it the right way, right? You do it in the right timing. But when you have your mindset to recognize where you are, you'll be open when that what did I call it earlier? When that rare opportunity comes your way. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can feel my excitement and energy. Number 2 person has questions. What you need to do is get the person's link that invited you. I share with you that it doesn't cost a thing for you to sign up. Legally, you have to be able to get position for free. You're going to get the link. You're going to sign up. It takes 3 minutes to do that. You're going to, choose your own username, all that good stuff. But then you're going to make the decision yourself. You go in your own back office and acquire the Alpha Pass yourself. The person that invited you will show you how to do that, right? Then you just put everybody you know on our 8 p.m. tonight, and you're rolling from there. So with that being said, number 2 person, get in where you fit in. You'll be put in a private chat with all the leaders there, and we'll be more than welcome to answer your questions. Who this conversation was for today is the number 1 person who said, Mr. Brown, you could have shut up 30 minutes ago when you let me know that the credit revolution is here and is being started through your company, where you're allowing the unbanked billions of people to now be able to be banked, and I could participate, right? From the consumer credit boom, I was just waiting for you to be quiet so I can learn how to sign up. Well, to that number 1 person, I want to be the first to congratulate you on taking your first steps in securing your financial future for life. So again, be sure to get back with the person that invited you, get that link, get position, and get your Alpha Pass today. Then be sure to plug into our training on Wednesday. All right? Well, people, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure. And my name, again, is Derek.